Shemai, hello. Alright, let's get back to it. So, where we left off, I believe Maria just ran off. Because I think it's the day of the, is it the Pontifex? It's Fortin's announcement, it's like the Pope's announcement. But we gotta find Maria.
Whatever.
Maria? Oh, you mean that kid? Yeah, I saw her earlier. Really? Where was she headed? The stairs north of Sunshade Row, you know, by the general store. Didn't look to be running an errand, though.
Hey.
The general store. We might find someone else who saw her if we head over there. Is she going to where Grias died? I know... Actually, no, this isn't the path to go, but...
Oh, I'm in it now.
Have you seen Maria?
What's it now?
Seems the trouble at the Grand Cathedral's been settled. I heard from a soldier I know. I know that, apparently. They saw folks controlling mysterious magic power without these igniters. Quite an intriguing tale. Yeah, you want to see? Oh, careful taking a piss with your elders, boy. But yes, I can see how a young lad could believe it. When I served, I heard plenty of soldier stories about the Annex War. Granted, igniters at the time weren't as developed as they were now. I remember one tale about a mage who could use real magic, even involved some secret ritual or what have you. I'd hoped to witness it at least once before I died, but it seems slinking around the magic shop's the closest I'll get. So there's like magic rituals and shit. That's pretty good to know, actually. I didn't know that was a thing. Hangsman, have you seen Maria?
What you need?
The army apparently took care of that necromancer everyone's been talking about. He should have been judged here. That would have made everyone feel much better. Oh god, there's a sneeze crawling around my nose.
This is alright.
Alright, you little piece of shit. What you got to say? Hey, it's one of those little tough guys. Alright, what you got to say?
Hey, mister.
I bet the next king's gonna punish the bad tribes. You better run away, Elder. They're gonna kill... Boy, when I'm king, I'm gonna fucking hang you, I swear to God. Or at least have people throw rocks at you.
Hey, listen.
That'd turn the attitude around real fucking fast.
Sorry to handle this. Sorry, but...
Hello, activist woman. Ah, hello. Say, we're looking for a little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be that half-blood? If so, then yes, I did see her. Wait, Maria's a half-blood? She was muttering Papa and looking all sad. I saw her go through the back alley. Maria, could she have gone to the Grand Cathedral? So Maria's half Rome, half Ischia? Because she definitely has wings. And while Fabian isn't her birth mother, I assume that Grias is her birth father. Or biological father, he's not birth father. So half Rome, half Ischia.
Just can't believe it's true. Ridiculous. Oh, I'm in it now.
Yeah, definitely over here. More chatters? What's everyone chatting about?
What is it?
Stop that at once.
Oh, whoa, that kid's riding a sword. There's so many conversations around me.
What in tarnation's going on?
They say anyone could be king, but everyone knows it will ultimately come down to Luis or Forden. It's hardly even a contest, as Santafex Forden will most surely be crowned. Those stones are just another one of Luis's cruel tricks. No one wants Luis on the throne. The people support His Eminence Forden. Attitudes like yours are precisely what will give Luis a greater voice. I beg your pardon? Have you any idea how the poor feel? Your narrow minds will be your undoing. Yeah, but he still seems like a pretty fucking bad choice. Luis is a fool, but he'll still be a beacon of hope for the city's outcasts. Why? I mean, I don't think anything's going to be better under Luis. They both have their flaws, though I suppose you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone more promising.
Look at that.
Although, at the same time, Sunshade Row, I mean, I assume under Forden, things would be ultimately quite the same as they would be under the current king, and I guess anyone from any of the lesser tribes might not be too hyped, actually, now that I think about it.
Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? Like, you can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. What, because she's half-blood? Or probably because she's just a child, actually. She just went inside. What, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. Oh, because she is a... What, because she's a half-blood? But isn't she, like... If she's Roman and Ishkia, like, those are, like, two important ones, right? Was it just because she's like, a half-blood anyway? That's stupid. I just thought it was because, like, with Zabo, I thought it was just because, like, he was half Mistari.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral is broken?
Oh, God.
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he?
I was talking a lot how I knew this was coming, but, like, I actually kind of forgot it was coming. I kind of thought, like, not that we'd had the conversation, but I thought we'd reach an understanding that we wouldn't have to do this.
It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave?
Oh, don't expect me to answer that question.
Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
I am not taking the blame for this. I know, well, I have to answer, I can't just not say anything, and I am not taking the blame, fuck that.
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man.
Yeah, Stroll, you take over.
We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
Yeah, it'll work out.
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Yeah, she doesn't sound too convinced.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
Oh, is my face gonna be able to statue when I leave? In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right. But much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together.
Get this girl some soup.
Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Oh no, something bad's gonna happen sooner or later.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings.
Oh, I bet they're gonna say some shit like anyone who's from like a lesser tribe is like doesn't like they're not valid or something like for the throne. But I don't know. I feel like they can't overwrite the big giant Sky King face.
I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to gain it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
What up, homeboy? What's on your mind?
Sorry, did I wake you?
Well, yeah, you were, you were loudly sighing.
Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
I mean, I don't want to dismiss him. And that feels a little, like, I don't know, that also feels like a little dismissive.
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Must have been like 2 weeks. Can you read? I assume he can read. He's from like a noble house.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder.
This is kind of, essentially the rules that we got going on now with the whole, like, big giant floating king face, with the whole, like, essentially the whole voting thing, or at least public opinion.
Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions.
Oh, is this, like, whole thing about trying to make, like, the world like the book?
Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview.
You seem alright, though. You seem pretty level-headed.
We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse.
That actually might be worth doing. I didn't actually think that was an option, but now that you said it, that does seem like a pretty good idea. I mean, if we can't kill him, I assume the prince is going to come back into the story before Luis is dead. Yeah, surely we can do that.
Sleep should come easier now. Think I'll give it another chance.
But at the same time, he's been like, what, in like a coma for like 10 years? Surely, like, someone else must have thought of that by now.
Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne!
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'm on board. But I think I can oh my god, that's so fucking sneaky. So, are they essentially gonna, okay, here's what I'm thinking. So this is a tournament put on by the church, and anyone who wants the throne, they're gonna enter, because one, it kind of obviously, well not just one, because basically it helps them, like, everyone kind of know that, like, hey, vote for me, please. Look how much ass I can kick, and here's what I'm about. And so people that enter it thinking it increases their chances, but I assume only like the top couple of people are essentially protect. Oh, okay, yeah. I also just had a second thought. So, the top couple of people, well, are only protected by the magic. But I don't think that's true because I just had a second thought. So it's like a tournament, right? Anyway, let me finish my first thought. So basically, they might imprison everyone who like enters it to get them out of the limelight, and so they have a more chance to win. Or they'll just like kill them because they're not, like, the lower ones aren't protected by like the grand magic. But they said earlier that the only people who aren't protected by the king's magic is if they die in like a duel or some shit, so they can challenge each other to fights. And this is just dead ass a tournament, so if they fight in this tournament, that people like under its protection can be killed. So if they just send some kind of super strong champion, anyone who wants to be a king can essentially just be fucking slaughtered here. That's so fucking big-brained.
Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a full-on, just like a tournament. But hey, at least this will thin the herd a bit, though. But then again, does this... I guess they're not worried about the smaller ones, though. That's the thing. Maybe this isn't what they're doing. Simply because it's Luis that they're worried about. I don't think they're worried about Pauper number 5.
Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
And he's probably in his gauntlet runner.
A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. Ah! What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an elder, I'm an outcast living in the city. I think that gives us an advantage here. Well, I don't think we can make Luis come to us. I doubt we can get the people's attention. I'll just be another raving goddamn motherfucker on the street. There's plenty of beggars and zombified people who I don't really know shit about now I think about it. So really, to enter the Tournament of the Throne, I mean, surely no one can kill a bigger thing than me. I killed a goddamn human, like, last night.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us?
Why, it's not even a bad idea. It seems like a good idea to me.
Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Oh, you misunderstand. Me, baby.
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
Wait, are you saying I need to join the White Cloak? The White Clad? That's not what I was saying, but... I mean, isn't... Okay. If that's where this is going, I'm interested.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
Okay, no, never mind. I was right the first time.
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be as good as dead. Oh, so we're doing a bit of like A and B. I'm gonna try and join the competition. And obviously then my name will be known. Then Luis is probably gonna try and recruit me. And that way, more kind of support goes to him because I'm throwing my support behind him. It's a good idea, but wouldn't he recognize... No, I guess he's never met me now that I think about it. Okay, yeah. Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
If it's for Maria, yeah, that's... But the thing is, how does it relate to Maria? I mean... I don't think that is for Maria, though. It's Fate. It's not Fate. I do.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grius's journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy. I don't think he'd... I don't think Fabienne would like me saying that. But, you know, he was fighting for a good cause, and I think even she believed in it, so... Yeah, I have to carry on his legacy, even if she doesn't really want to hear that right now.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
Oh, yeah, I guess you really wouldn't know. You've been kind of holed up in your room for the last, like, 2 weeks.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Yeah,
I
no,
suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh?
yeah, I'm definitely gonna win now. That's the plan.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
I don't know if I should promise or not, because typically that hasn't really worked out for you.
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
Stroll, shut your damn mouth. I'm pretty sure you said it last time too.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You be a good king.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Are we gonna get a gauntlet runner? Or a horse? Or a carriage?
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
Oh, good. Maybe I can look for new bounties on there.
This should be the place, right?
Oh,
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
that guy behind the counter, he was at my interview for the to join the army. That was a guy next to like Colonel Klinger or Colonel Finger? Colonel Klinger. Captain Klinger, that's it.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I've not heard of any age restrictions. They're a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
An elder? Now that I think of it,
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just kind of thinking like, yeah, he'll recognize me, but he'll definitely recognize me. How many elders does this guy run into?
weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out.
Nah, I'm a different elder.
What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Okay, thanks.
That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you.
Why are you giving me advice? Like, thank you, but why? That seems like helpful advice.
You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
Cathedral.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Do I need to find another human?
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
That bounty on the left looks like the armored dude on the city council.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here! Are you not here for this tournament, then?
Maybe Katarina can like take a big one and give me the credit. That'd be nice of her. She does owe me. Well, she doesn't owe me, but you know, she said she'd help me out. That'd be nice of her.
Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Well, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
Okay.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa! You have any idea who that is?
Bro, who the fuck are you?
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that.
Your dog's wearing a necklace, dude. You're wearing purple leopard print, and you got your dog a chain.
Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
I mean, a kidnapper's a type of monster. To stop his evil deeds?
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme?
Yeah, hey man, what up? Yeah, we are.
You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Hell yeah.
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
You're the guard captain of a different town? You've been here for like a week and a half. You should have left a long time ago.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say.
What are we gonna do? Are we gonna follow the chain? Are we gonna like go to Heisme and then like go to Epstein Island and take his fucking head?
If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms.
Okay, like, we've killed those worms before, we'll be fine.
We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
I mean, I'm not gonna laugh at you, homeboy. You're doing what you can to protect the town. Yeah, we want to help.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything.
Hey, maybe one of those worms will be really big and we can take its head.
Closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Martira, the old castle type. Please, make haste.
Okay.
Oh, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
We'll figure it out. I mean, this has to be done anyway.
The way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Can do. Do you guys have anything to say?
What in the blazes?
Think. A beat-down gauntlet runner like my dad's can't handle much. But if I really want to be king, I gotta go big and nab something that'll stand out at the exhibition. Too late. All the eye-catching postings are already taken. Though a bounty need not be a person. If I procure the head of some horrific monster like a human, my family's name will be known to the world in no time. But hold on a minute, please. Isn't besting a monstrosity like that a bit more complicated?
True.
If a guard captain is struggling with this bounty, then I say it's the perfect target for us. I don't think many would take it out from under us, but you may as well grab the request besides. Makes it official. Anyone else? What a bunch of idiots. It's almost laughable. They think they have a shot becoming king. Huh. What a bunch of jokers. Oh. What's a demo man goddard? Oi, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me you actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne. Oh, the audacity of youth. That was the guy on the stage earlier on, bitching about youth. That's rich. A mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of. As king, the idea makes me sick to my stomach. Well, yeah, you ain't gonna be king, homeboy.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of great age, one with years of experience. And yet upstart school children like you and Louis stare to... It hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you'd like. I'd be happy to give eulogy at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too. No, he ain't. He doesn't even have a face portrait. I don't even know what you look like. Go fuck yourself. In fact, where are you? Let me...
Hey!
Would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Heesmay? Heesmay? You sure you can handle that? You can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. Of course I can. You're an odd one, alright? Either that or you're just green. Head to Martira. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
No deadline. 100,000? Something's gonna go wrong, right? I need to find and bring in Heesmay, a notorious criminal tied to the series of kidnapping in Martira. Despite his bounty, he has evaded capture and his true identity remains a mystery. 100,000? There's no way they're giving me 100,000 this early in the game. Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now. Something's fucky.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements.
Well, as long as it has wheels and something to pull it.
How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
Okay, so it's the worst possible thing you could find, but, you know, it'll do. We gotta make do.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
I guess that makes sense.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Speaking of that...
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
The opening ceremony for the tournament is tomorrow.
Let's rest.
We should probably stay inside and rest today. Can I not, Oh, lots of people to talk to. I wonder what kind of crowd is going to be at the opening ceremony tomorrow. Thinking about it has got me a little excited.
Well met, eh?
Hey, will you be staying at the inn for some time? I'd really like to, but... so you like it here too? Then you're one of us. So wherever it is that you wind up going, be sure to come see Maria and Fabienne again. Not that it's really my concern, but those two seem to like you a lot. Ooh, yeah, you got any information, homeboy. What does it want to know? Nothing. That's okay. Hey, Stroll.
Hey!
I asked Fabienne for a map of Martera, and she gave me the one from Brias's personal effects. It covers all the main roads. We may have found one in town, but a military map is always has more details. Yeah. Fabienne continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from one massive, overtuned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive me my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised, no matter what we're presented with.
Hello.
I've decided. I'm heading to Brylehaven. Yeah, that's in Oceania, right? It's much too boring to be spending my days at the inn. I'm going to see that so-called exhibition for myself. Goodbye, Elder. You'll do well to see the world too someday. Are you just going to be in every town I'm in?
Don't push yourself too much.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will assuredly miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only once in a while. I'm not gonna not come visit you. I should probably say hi to Maria. I haven't seen Maria since I came back from the recruitment center. I wonder if something's wrong. And I assume I can't go into Hulkenberg's room still.
What?
Yep. Can I? So I can't. I assume I can't leave. It's told me I couldn't, but let me double check. Tomorrow's the opening ceremony. I shouldn't go out right now. Okay. But I can't even do activities in the inn, like making coffee at Sojiro's. The bed is simple and clean, but has an aroma that reminds me of a clear sunny day. It's time to call it a night. That reminds me of, is it Pokemon, was it X and Y? where one of the game's features that you could just go into people's houses and smell their beds. Rest.
Good night.
Rest well.
Can I come in?
Hello, Maria. What's wrong?
What's wrong?
I assume you want to read more, simply because I'm going to be leaving soon and the book's here.
You're all leaving tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
I won't tell her.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
Hell yeah.
This one's important.
Oh no, it gave me a quest for it. That's... I don't know why that makes me feel sad. Maria is waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of strange and distant places we visit. So I guess every time we go somewhere new, whenever we're back in Grand Trad, we should go to Maria and tell her all about it.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Okay, that seems insulting. You truly are devoted to him. The thing is, I would say that, but I don't know. It feels like it's not what she wants to hear right now. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's why.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book...
Oh, you want to see the book too?
We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another.
I thought I fell off the cliff. Did you throw me?
So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned.
Why would that be banned?
Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Hell yeah.
So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account.
Okay, so this is more about voting again.
This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people.
I could see why they would oppose this, actually. Yeah, I guess none of these Sanctist church people are, like, elected or anything.
Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
Oh, sure as shit doesn't happen here.
In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Huh. I don't know you.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
I'm not seeing wings. I'm not seeing ears. How many eyes you got? No face paint either. Oh, she's got those big blue eyes.
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand.
What the fuck is that?
Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky, blue and white. Faraway sky so clear. Let life be let my wish echo. Far beyond the shore.
Is that little rat guy in the crowd?
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Hit him, Albus.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven.
That's so far.
There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown.
There must be a lot of us.
Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido.
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis.
Oh, you Wankstein.
Liddell, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men?
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous,
Oh
it's
my
Milo
God.
Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Nah, I'm about this.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Oh, fuck off.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
Yeah, was that right, Hulkenberg?
Wait! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
Oh, is this my ride?
Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A man with technical expertise? Is this my gunner?
A land runner?
It's quick! Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash!
Whoa!
Hell yeah, this is how we make an entrance.
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
Let's go!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on!
So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Yeah, this is ritzier than I thought I would get at the start of the game. I thought it was going to go down. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this as part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Oh, this is fucking fire! Whoa, what's this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Do you have a name, pilot? Should I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take that compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. This is happening. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira, Old Castle Town, I think. Should be a ways south. Oh, there's a lot of rest stops along the way. Can I stop at these?
This place here.
I probably should want to stop at these, right?
Let's see here.
This is the first camp on the route to Martira from Grand Trad. Oh, can I just not?
Hold on.
Whoa.
Second campsite?
That's where you want to go.
Probably camp around here on the third night. Oh, so each one of these takes just a whole day.
This place here.
Even on my ground runner? Or land runner, whatever it's called?
Wow.
Okay, Martira. Here it is. Down to Martira, eh? On this craft's legs. Oh, I'll see that'll be about 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed.
Spectacular.
Bally good. Now cinch those britches, chaps. Full steam ahead to Martira, Old Castle Town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft.
Yeah, it's really nice in here.
I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
Oh, you got, eye markings. You're a roam.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver. Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's so cool. You see those speakers in the background? Next to the turning cogs? They get bigger whenever the pilot talks.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Oh, that's so clever. I really like that. It's fun.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It is amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if it was not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
I didn't realize he was an Ishkir, actually. I just thought he was a... Okay, so I guess face markings don't mean Rome. Or maybe only sometimes mean Rome. I mean, I guess anyone can wear face paint. Interesting choice of outfit.
What?
I like his shorts.
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable. Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. even amidst all this commotion in town. I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Oh. Did that by accident.
Good God.
I mean, it's very grand.
Is this a gauntlet runner?
Like, the interior was really nice, but from the outside, it's not what I expected for, like, something meant for royalty. Dead swanky inside, though.
The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince. Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
No chance in hell. Maybe after the prince died, he just kind of kept working on it and kind of just didn't matter anymore. So he just kind of went like, yeah, I'm gonna make this motherfucker cool as fuck.
You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away.
I get it. I get it.
A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable!
I can't wait to spend time with this motherfucker.
I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the bally runner alone.
The bally runner?
Look, this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Okay, so that's not even his fault. You didn't tell him, Noon.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness?
Oh, we don't even have to tell him. He's smart enough to, like, put this together.
Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I really trust him, actually.
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I genuinely trust... I think I trust this guy more than I trust you, Stroll.
I think we can count on him.
And not to say I don't trust Stroll, I don't know why, but I just... This guy, I got a good feeling.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
He's a type of monster.
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
That's a pretty good idea, actually. Hang on a goddamn second. Look out the window. This... Oh, okay. He was turning. I thought he was just running around in circles.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely.
Like, it's not a bad plan.
Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent.
And it's not just about winning this specific competition. It's about the actual big floating statue thing. I mean, I think that's going to win us more points on that than just, you know, winning this little competition, which really technically isn't even official.
What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a great plan.
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
Oh, hell no. She's going to want to, like, go in, like, swinging.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
So this is just a mobile base for us then. This is fantastic.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no.
It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels, and we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
Yeah, I gotta meet you so I can give you a magic handshake.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Right, what? Am I gonna be inside the runner? Or, oh yeah! The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interact with it. More? Are you on my goddamn... in my car? Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around on the way there.
Yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. I kind of want to see what the engine room's like. Right, this seems like a really good spot to save this. This has been a bit of a long one. But on the bright side, hopefully that kind of makes up for how short the last one was, because I messed up the recording and had to like kind of... I wasn't able to record like after that. Today's technically the next day, because I had to compress it first before I could put it into Premiere because it didn't accept the MKV file type. So hopefully this extra long video kind of makes up for that. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you. Bye bye.